Hello, this is James Hunter, and this is my 2 Cents channel. As you can see, if you've have visited my channel before, or perhaps this is your first time looking at it, you'll notice that I make videos on a variety of topics on here, mental health, physical fitness, maybe just my opinions about different issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a video series, basically to have my physical fitness goals, because I'm going to start challenging myself, and I'm going to do this video series to help hold myself accountable. It's good to have some accountability of yourself, and goals can be very helpful for those of us who, practice a lifestyle that includes physical fitness. So I want to be clear. This is not due to because maybe I haven't been prioritizing my physical fitness, which is a huge component of my overall health. The fact is, I place a lot of value on my physical health, which helps my mental health. It's just really very integral to my life, and has been for a very long time. So I'm 52 years old. And so this is not an issue that I haven't been exercising or working out, because I do. I work out at least 4 or 5 times a week. I work out at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm disciplined in this regard. So what I'm going to do this video series for is because I want to step it up and kind of challenge myself, give myself some performance measure goals. In my 40s, all the way up to the age of 50, and as recent as when I was 52 years ago, I'm 52 now, 52 years old. I competed in bodybuilding in the MPC, classic physique, and also open bodybuilding class for my, I'd compete at my weight division. And I would do some powerlifting meets too, full powerlifting meets. Sometimes I might just do a push-pull. And so I did these throughout my 40s, and then I did again when I was 50, kind of like a milestone to compete at the age of 50, which I did. So now here I am, 52 years old, still taking care of myself. But what I'm sometimes feeling like what I want to include is a goal, a challenge. So I started doing plyometrics and box jumps again at the gym in the morning, just kind of testing the waters. You can see in my video shorts, the 2 most recent ones. And I definitely have a lot more in the tank. I know I can jump higher, but I'm just progressively a little bit more every week or 2. I'm not trying to force it. I want to make sure I do it safely. So my goal, who knows? We'll see if I get close to it or I achieve the goal, is to achieve a 4-foot box jump. And for perspective, I'm 5 feet 8 tall. I weigh approximately, I walk around 163, maybe 165, but probably usually closer to the 163 mark, 163 pounds, particular to when I get up in the morning. So this is something I'm going to be doing. And why not? Well, what I have read in the literature, different doctors or people who do research, that in terms of longevity, things like explosive power, right? You hear like quick twitch, muscle fibers and explosiveness and those type of ideas. Well, just because we get older and we're over the age of 50 doesn't mean that we have to just stop doing those things. I mean, why would we need to stop that? It's the use it or lose it is very true. So I want to maintain my adaptive ability to commensurate with the stimuli or the stress I put on my body. So why do I want to stop placing demands on my physiology, my body? Why would I want to stop doing that? Because I want to maintain the adaptations. As the saying goes, you don't stop lifting weights when you get older. You get old if you stop lifting weights. It's the opposite. So same idea with things like box jumps, agility, running. So these are going to be performance measures I'm going to be doing update videos on. Also, as far as body composition, I want to kind of step it up too. I've gotten some messages for people who've watched some of my videos, particularly my bodybuilding playlist. They asked me, well, how tall I am and how much do I weigh? So for perspective, I'm 5 feet 8 tall, and I weigh about 163 pounds. I'm going to try to stand up here in my man cave up here. So I am 5 feet 8 tall, about 163 pounds. Like a lot of men, we can carry weight here in our stomach. So with the shirt on, nobody's going to suspect me of being having a body fat, but a lot of men, we carry fat more in the stomach. And so how we carry body fat can vary from person to person. If I'm being honest, I got a bit of a pooch here, and I'm not going to let it hang out too much, right? Why'd I don't want to embarrass myself? But I do have a bit more here than I would care to have. And so my goal is to lean up overall, which will result in me being able to, feel good as a 52-year-old man, to take my shirt off at the beach, right, and not have this kind of like a little beer belly, right? So this is, quite honestly, is from what I've been eating, and it's a situation that with my food intake, if I'm competing, if I have a goal, I definitely am a bit more disciplined with how I approach eating, right? As far as my calories, the macros, fats, proteins, carbs, I'm a bit more adherent to with consistency, making sure I eat a particular way. Now, if I don't have a bodybuilding contest like I did back in the day, a few years, as recent as a few years ago, or even a powerlifting meet, or maybe running a 5K, I may just keep it simple. I make sure to eat a reasonable amount of protein, fats. So I cycle my carbohydrate intake based on my needs, and maybe sometimes I eat more carbs for what my needs are, if I'm being honest. But for the most part, I eat if I'm hungry. If I feel hungry, I eat. So a lot of times I don't even eat breakfast. I just go work out fasted. When I get home, I just may wait till lunch, right? Some people hear of the time restricted fasting situation. People might eat within a window of time, which I by default have done that just because of the idea of I only eat if I feel hungry. So there's ideas about how much protein you need. But to be honest with you, at 163 pounds, I don't always get a gram of protein per pound of body weight. In fact, I'm pretty sure I get less than that. And I don't lose any muscle mass. I don't. I think part of that is because of my energy expenditure. It's not out of proportion for what I am intaking, to where I'm not going to, compromise lean muscle mass. I take in enough carbohydrates because carbohydrates have a bit of a protein sparing effect or muscle sparing effect. It's kind of like a buffer that protects you when you have enough muscle glycogen in the muscles for things that are anaerobic in nature. Then, of course, if you get more into the aerobic state of burning energy, where you're kind of fluctuating back and forth from breaking down glycogen and fat, as far as how your bioenergetic energy system works, and you can burn fat and carbs, glycogen. That's a whole other conversation, the nutrition and metabolism. So what's the point of this series I'm going to do? Well, I'm going to do some measures in terms of, I guess, body composition, girth measurement, body fat percentage. I have no idea what my body fat is. I know when I compete in the MPC, legitimate 4%, 5% for sure, without a doubt. I've been tested a DEXA scan machine, bod pod, and caliper. Actually, when I was like maybe probably 8-10 weeks out from a contest. And at that point, I was probably 5 or 6 at that time. And then I've done the caliper, the week of a contest, and I've been pretty freaking lean. Now, how we present with our body fat's a whole other conversation. Some people, because they have a lot of muscle, look lean, a lot leaner, only needing to be 10% body fat, for example, because they do have a lot of muscle. They'll look leaner and more ripped than someone perhaps who's 5% body fat, but they're more of a runner. They don't really lift weights too much. That person can actually just look kind of smooth, plain. They don't have necessarily the same impressiveness with, I guess if you want to say definition. Anyways, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start doing updates. I figure probably I will make a video once a week to talk about what I'm doing. And then once a month, I'm going to do a update photos and just, as far as measurements and things like that, as far as my body composition. And why do I want to do this? Because I just want to demonstrate, like a lot of people my age, that, you can definitely stay in shape. You can maintain a high standard, high level physical fitness. There's no need to have, as they call the dad bod, or that I'm over 50, so now I can just coast and just kind of, I have I guess a reason not to try. That's not true. Plenty of reasons to keep challenging ourselves and to, periodically set goals, because this does make a difference. Now, at a certain point, none of us live forever, but definitely that quality of life, definitely our quality of life can be dramatically improved. Things like sarcopenia, where you have wasting away of a muscle, does not need to happen. In fact, you can reverse it if you're older and you start doing strength training and working out. Other things such as bone mineral density, so you have, dense or strong bones, so you don't fall down and break a hip and then have all kinds of issues for someone who's maybe in their late 60s, 70s, or older. So there's things like this. There's no reason to have to become fragile and weak in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. There's just too many individuals which are examples of how you can maintain these adaptations for as long as possible until eventually, eventually you do move on. We all pass on eventually, but it's really that quality of life that I'm driving at. Do you want to finish your years in a nursing home, or maybe be able to finish your years living as independently as possible in your own house, your own home, right? You get the idea. So stay tuned. I'll be doing probably at least one video a week to speak about my progress, what I'm doing. Once a month, there will be a video of where I'm at as far as body composition. And my first video where I'm going to do the body composition, I'm going to give a baseline photo too. So you'll see that there for like where I'm at right now. So stay tuned. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Also stay tuned for other videos I'm going to be doing, whether it's about mental health, my opinions on social issues, topics, and general. Thank you and have a good day.